If you're in your 50s or 60s and you're afraid you're never going to be able to retire, I want to tell you, you are not alone. And even more importantly, you're not crazy for feeling that way. The truth is that there are millions of people living their life with the exact same fear. People who have done everything right, worked hard, lived within their means, and saved what they could. But we all are looking at the rising cost of living and start thinking, how in the world am I ever going to stop working? If you've ever found yourself staring at your bank account at midnight, feeling that knot and that panic in your chest, if you've ever done the math and realized no matter how much you tighten your belt, it's still not enough, then you're probably in the right place today. Let's start with some brutal honesty. This situation is not your fault. You see, the world that we were promised, where hard work led to security, that has changed. When many of us started working, jobs came with pensions. Health insurance was affordable. Gas was $1 a gallon, and groceries didn't require a second mortgage. But fast forward 20, 30, 40 years, everything is different. Savings accounts pay pennies in interest. Costs for everything, food, housing, healthcare, they've exploded, and wages haven't even come close to keeping up. And here's the hardest truth of all. If we just keep doing what we've been doing, absolutely nothing will change. Waiting, hoping, crossing our fingers, that's not a plan, my friend. It's a slow path to a bitter retirement, or worse, no retirement at all. We were taught save 10% of your income, invest for the long term, work hard, and you'll be fine. Nobody taught us about inflation eating our savings with a record time. Nobody warned us that health insurance alone could cost as much as a second mortgage, especially after retirement. Nobody told us that market crashes could wipe out years of careful planning overnight. And now the goalposts have moved. It's no longer about retiring comfortably. It's about trying to retire at all. And the painful part is that many people are waking up too late. But you're here, you're awake, you're paying attention. And that's the first and most important step toward changing your future. If you take nothing else away from this video, take this. It is not too late. It's too late to rely on traditional methods, but it's not too late to pivot. We're living in a time where you don't need to be in your 20s or a tech expert or to have 1 million followers to start building an online business, a second stream of income online. What you do need is a willingness to learn, 2 to 3 hours a day, a phone, Wi-Fi, and the willingness to bet on yourself instead of waiting for the system to save you. I'm not talking about some pie in the sky, build your own tech company dream. I'm talking about simple skills. Skills like digital marketing, e-learning, online learning. Skills that have a massive demand right now. Because the truth is, businesses desperately need to be reaching people online, and they're willing to pay for it consistently. There are beginner-friendly programs that walk you through it step by step by step, where everything is already set up for you, so you don't have to build anything from scratch. You're not too old, it's not too late, you just need a simple path and the courage to take that first step. I want you to pause for a second and picture this. What if 12 months from today, you could look back at yourself, scared, unsure, doubting, and say, I am so glad I didn't give up. Imagine being able to work fewer hours on your own schedule and actually see your savings start to grow instead of shrink. Imagine being able to say yes more often to trips, to time with family and grandchildren, with living without the constant knot of financial fear. It won't happen overnight. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. But if you're willing to learn, willing to invest 2 to 3 hours a day, willing to trust that you can adapt. You, my friend, can rewrite your future. Your next chapter of life can be better than the last, but only if you are willing to step off the old path and onto a new one. Listen, you are not stuck unless you choose to stay stuck. You have more power than you realize. Stay with me. Keep learning. Keep believing that it's not too late, because it's not. Your future is still unwritten, and your best days could be just ahead of you. You've got this.